Hi, I'm Donald Holland, and I'm here to talk about Hurricane Sandy's damages on the East Coast. Hurricane Sandy, also unofficially known as Superstorm Sandy, was the deadliest and most destructive hurricane of the 2012 Atlantic hurricane season, as well as the second coastliest hurricane in United States history. Classified as the 18th named storm, 10th hurricane, and second major hurricane of the year, Sandy was a Category 3 storm at its peak intensity when it made landfall in Cuba. While it was a Category 2 storm off the coast of northeastern United States, the storm became the largest Atlantic hurricane on record, as measured by diameter, with winds spanning 1,100 miles. Estimates as of March 2014 assessed damage to have been over $68 billion, a total surpassed only by Hurricane Katrina. At least 286 people were killed along the path of the storm in 7 countries.
This evening you can see it swirling right over my shoulder here, what's being called a superstorm tonight. Hurricane Sandy is more than 200 miles off the coast and is about to crash into 2 other systems.
Hurricane Sandy affected 60 million people, had an 8,000-mile damage zone, and kept 2 million children home from school. It affected numerous cities. New York was severely affected by Hurricane Sandy in 2012, particularly New York City, its suburbs, and Long Island. Sandy's impacts included the flooding of the New York City subway system, many suburban communities, and all road tunnels entering Manhattan except the Lincoln Tunnel, and the closure of the New York Stock Exchange for 2 consecutive days. Numerous homes and businesses were destroyed by fire, including over 100 homes in Breezy Point, Queens. Large parts of the city and surrounding areas lost electricity for several days, and several thousand people in Midtown Manhattan were evacuated for 6 days due to the crane collapse at 157 Bellevue Hospital Center, and a few other large hospitals were closed and evacuated. At least 53 people died in New York as a result of the storm. Thousands of homes and an estimated 250,000 vehicles were destroyed during the storm. Economic losses across New York were estimated to be at least $18 billion. The effects of Hurricane Sandy in New Jersey in 2012 were severe, with economic losses to businesses of up to $30 billion. The hurricane degenerated into an extratropical cyclone, and shortly afterwards, the massive storm made landfall on New Jersey on October 29. Over 2 million households in the state lost power in the storm. 600,000 homes were damaged or destroyed, and 37 people were killed. Storm surge and flooding affected a large swath of the state. Governor Chris Christie said the losses caused by Sandy were going to be almost incalculable. The devastation on the Jersey Shore is probably going to be the worst we've ever seen. Here is a live account from Dave McClave, whose sister was involved in Hurricane Sandy.
I don't know, it must have been our time, maybe 10 p.m., so 1 a.m. back in Jersey. And I was thinking, hope she didn't have any damage. But it turns out that she had 5 or 6 feet of water in her first floor. And her house had to be, the whole first floor had to be gutted and remodeled. Her car, a Sebring convertible, was total, completely. And all the cars that had the seawater flooding it, that they were all total wrecks after that. And she had taken such good care of this, but she didn't have a chance to move it inland. Like 4 or 5 blocks, if she parked it inland, it would have been fine. So landmarks, okay, we used to go to Seaside Park down south, which had a lot of amusements and roller coasters, and I was stunned to see that the roller coaster was in the ocean after Sandy had blown through. And just the boardwalk that was built in the 1930s as part of the WPA project, very sturdy, just washed, completely gone, not a single plank left. And so this particular storm just for New Jersey, there's nothing that anyone has recorded that's even close to the destruction that it wrought.